The question was asked. The room went silent. Everyone thought they knew her answer. But then, she spoke. A response nobody saw coming. Princess Leonor changed everything with just a few words. It began as a routine event, one of many in the carefully choreographed world of royalty. The cameras were ready, the press stood waiting, the audience held its breath for another predictable moment. But what happened next was anything but predictable. Princess Leonor, heir to the Spanish throne, stood poised, radiant, and calm. She was asked a question, one that seemed ordinary at first. A question designed to elicit the safe, scripted response her advisors had prepared. But in that instant, she made a choice that stunned not only the crowd, but her own family. Her response was not rehearsed. It was not the voice of a carefully polished princess. It was the voice of a future queen. The reaction was instant. Gasps filled the hall. Members of the royal family shifted uncomfortably, their expressions betraying shock. The king sat frozen, his features controlled but his eyes locked firmly on his daughter. The queen's lips parted slightly, surprise mingling with something else, pride. The press scrambled to record her words, their cameras catching every second. And outside, beyond palace walls, the world began to listen. So what exactly did she say? To understand the weight of her response, we must first understand the position she occupies. Leonor was raised under extraordinary pressure. Every word she speaks is measured against centuries of tradition. Every gesture is analyzed by historians, critics, and loyalists alike. Her role is not just ceremonial, it is symbolic. She carries on her shoulders the continuity of the Spanish crown. For years, Leonor has walked the line between obedience and expectation. But this moment shattered the line completely. Her answer challenged assumptions, redefined her role, and opened a new chapter in the story of Spain's monarchy. She did not simply respond as a daughter of royalty. She responded as a leader. Her words echoed themes of service, honesty, and a deep connection with her people. Instead of following the safety of tradition, she chose to show her humanity, to reveal her own thoughts, and to remind the world that she is more than a title. Why did this matter so much? Because the monarchy is built on predictability, on preserving the image of continuity. And yet here was Leonor, breaking free from the script, giving a response nobody saw coming, an answer that revealed her independence, her intelligence, and her courage. The crowd knew it instantly. This was no longer the shy princess hidden behind protocol. This was a young woman who would one day reign, and reign in her own way. But what was the royal family thinking? Behind their controlled expressions, there was conflict. For the king, a father and a monarch, the moment was bittersweet. Pride in his daughter's strength clashed with concern over tradition. The queen, more attuned to Leonor's heart, seemed to recognize the necessity of what her daughter had done. Courtiers, however, whispered nervously. Advisors exchanged worried glances. And yet, beyond the palace, Spain reacted differently. Young people celebrated her bravery, seeing in her a reflection of their own struggles to be heard in a world that prefers silence. Older generations, while shocked, found themselves quietly admiring her honesty. And across Europe, commentators debated whether Leonor had just secured the monarchy's future by daring to step out of the shadows. The answer she gave was not controversial for the sake of spectacle. It was bold because it was true. It reminded everyone that a crown cannot exist in silence. That leadership is not about repeating what has been written, but about daring to speak when it matters most. Her response sparked debates in parliament, discussions in cafes, and endless analysis in newspapers. Some called it reckless, others called it visionary, but no one could deny its impact. The significance of this moment goes far beyond one response. It marks the beginning of a transformation. The monarchy of Spain, often accused of being distant, suddenly felt alive, human, and relevant. And Leonor, still so young, revealed the steel within her character. What comes next? Will her family embrace her courage, or try to contain it? Will Spain's monarchy adapt to this new spirit of openness, or will it cling to the safety of tradition? These questions remain unanswered, but the world is watching. What is undeniable is that Leonor has shown her people who she truly is. Not just a princess, not just a future queen, but a voice willing to break silence when silence no longer serves. Her response, unexpected and powerful, will be remembered for years to come. It was not just an answer to a question, it was an answer to history. And as the crowd gasped, as her family sat stunned, one truth became clear: the monarchy will never be the same again. Because sometimes, the most powerful moments are not planned. They are born in the courage to speak. And on this day, Princess Leonor did exactly that. Her response was the one nobody saw coming. Her response was the one the world will never forget.